What's up, Kevin? Do I have audio here? Kevin, what's up? What's up? There we go. Swapping heads. That's what we're doing today. So we got Emily Monroe, which is my most favorite client in the entire world, and I get to do her holiday photos, which is such an honor. And so this year, like every other year, is no different. I went and shot her family, and just lovely people here. And let me just line up their heads. About like yay. I've set the layer to a difference filter so that it shows me in black what is matched up. This way I can sort of get it really close to the correct size, and then I can change it back. And what I like to do then is just create a fully black mask and then just paint in the portion that we want. And okay, so he has a little nicer head there. And actually, so I'm trying to line him up, so let me just line him up. I think that it can be a little bit bigger. There you go. Okay, so then let's go in here and refine our selection. And so here's what the mask looks like. That's the current mask. So we're gonna just fix that. I like to hide my retouching blending in layers that have a natural edge to them. So like the hairline has a natural edge, and so I try to do it so that it ends at natural edges. Does that make sense? There you go.
All right. Excellent. All right, and then let's go in and just do some quick retouching on their faces. As a glass of brandy, honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. We don't see your screen. Oh. That's weird. OBS. And screen. Is that not coming through? BenQ. Okay. Okay. How's that? We see your secondary. Okay, cool. Hopefully that fixed it. Make these smaller. Is that too small? Maybe that's too small. Okay. Oh, anyway. All right. Excellent. They look just about perfect. All right. I'm going to just do a taking a page from Kevin's book. I'm just going to select her here. Wait a minute. What happened? There we go. Make a copy. Do my frequency separation. Do the blur. Image, edit, no, filter, noise, dust and scratches. Bring it down to, let's say, 10, 12, 8, 9. How about let's do 10. Okay, so for our second layer, run our second thing there. And okay, now we grab our brush. No, selection tool, lasso selection tool, 6. Let's go down to like 4, 5. And then we'll just blend out these parts. Filter, blur, Gaussian. Alright, and around 6 or 7, 8 before, after. That's pretty good. Command F. I like to just soften these wrinkles up here, like this one. Oops. F. Down here. And all this. And all this. And excuse me. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're smooth. I should have done the liquefying before I started this process, which is my bad. I messed up the order. Why is it not working? There we go. All right. That's not bad. All right, let's do a little dodge and burning here. So for dodge and burn, I like to use just a gray layer set to screen soft light mode, and then I just grab just a normal, very soft brush, and put it on the default black and white colors. And when you paint black, it dodges, and when you paint white, it burns. So See if it's doing it. So I like to contour the sides of the face so that it just skinnies her face up a bit. Sorry guys, I've got like oh, we're gonna have to pause live streaming for a moment. We're fixing the hot tub. So let's go to troubleshooting. If spa not heating, follow the chart. Any error messages? No. Has heater indicator appeared? No. Spa not heating. I mean, spa's not even turning on. Replace heater.
I'm gonna close this because I've just turned on the heat.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. I just turned on the heat for a little while.
Okay. Ozone not working. Circulation pump not working. So there's no error code, right? It's just... Boo, 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 hoo, hoo. No hot tub. I'm sorry. All right, let's go back to. I love how like the troubleshooting instructions for the hot tub is like, oh, if it doesn't work, does this work? No. Does this work? No. Does this work? No. Oh, replace the unit. Jesus. And that's the same for all the parts. It just goes down the list. Like, oh yeah, okay, just replace it. Well, geez, you can't just. It's a hot tub. All right. Whatevs. Let's go. Okay, we've darkened her sides. Let's see what that looks like. Now I'm gonna just contour. If you have ever looked up how to do like makeup contouring, it's worthwhile, especially if you retouch faces, because it's good to know. It's good to know. Wait a minute. Am I live? Yeah. Alright, here we are. Here we are, live again. Alright. Contouring, that's right, contouring. We're gonna do some contouring. And where are all my tools? There we go. Okay. So I darken the sides. Now I'm gonna brighten key areas. So a key area is a highlight here on the nose, on the bridge of the nose. Okay. In between, just what we're gonna level out this frowing brow area. What do you call this area? When I study human anatomy, we refer to this as the nose wedge. There's a cornerstone shape here on the top of the bridge of the nose, but on top of here are two muscles that bring your eyebrows together. So tend to kind of avoid that if possible. All right, contouring. Let's do some cheek contouring. Bring these cheeks a little higher up. And blush contour. Chin contour. Bring a little bit of brightness to the front top of the chin. Brighten up the eyes, especially the bottom of the eyelid. Sometimes it helps to squint your eyes a little bit so you can, instead of seeing details, you see more shadow shapes. Okay. Before, after. Before, after. All right, a couple of things that I see in general is a little bit messy here, a little bit messy here, a little bit messy on this corner of the mouth. So let's get rid of some of those areas here. So I'm gonna go to a lighter color, go to the white to reduce this shadow. Reduce this shadow. Squinting my eyes helps me see where the darker areas are, and I'm just going in and brightening some of the darker areas to make it less messy on the face, if that makes sense. Okay. reduce that a little bit down to about 60%. Part of how, the trick to making it look sort of natural, you know? All right, and then on top of everything, let's just do another regular clone layer, and I'm just gonna go in and clean up some of the stuff that we weren't able to catch with our frequency separation, dodge and burn, and that kind of stuff. So we're just gonna do a little bit of help from my best friend AI. Okay, there you go. What a beautiful family. Okay, excellent. And y'all notice his lederhosen? Pretty classic. Tuxedo shirt, lederhosen combo to be feared for sure. Okay, let's close this one. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that. Go back to capture one. All right, here we go. Here's the beautiful people. Let's work on the second image. Okay, so this one is not a keeper. This one is the keeper. There's this, and it was this one that they really wanted to be able to keep. So I want to take this and this. Actually, I'll find a funny version of that. No, it was a different picture that they wanted. This one, green, 2 stars. This image. Okay. Use of AI, make an auto selection, and cut that out real quick there. And that's not bad, huh? Make a selection here, and paint it with black on 100%. There you go. And then blur this mask. I don't know. What do you think? Does that work? All right, let's try another one. I guess you're wondering what happened. Let you know, I'm waiting for you, and I can't let go. What is wrong with me? What I do for you, you love to see. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 dee dee da. Are you working in? No, I think I'm just doing. Well, actually, yes. If I'm working on something that goes to Photoshop, generally it goes to that. Adobe 1998. But I don't. Again, like, I think most photographers have been very competitive in like worrying about those things, and it's part of the sales tactic to be able to talk about what sort of sRGB and Adobe 1998, and one has got more gamut than the other. But honestly, photos today are such toilet paper. It's single use. So if you can get it out and you can get it passed by your clients, then it's good. It's good enough. I'm not in favor of shoddy workmanship, but at the same time, it doesn't always have to be perfect. Okay, so that's not really working out the way I want it. Wider gamut. Wide gamut. Wide gamut. That's like, you know, when a photographer stubs his toe. Wide gamut. What happens when a retoucher stubs a finger? Why, give it. Hold on. What happened? Oh, yeah, I got it. What happens when a retoucher accidentally receives a file in sRGB? What? Give it. Okay, I gotta go find which one. One of these. This one.
Did the internet go down for a sec?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
She was thinking this one. Alright, so let me see what my export settings are for Adobe RGB. Yep. For PSD, it's set to Adobe RGB at 8-bit because, come on. Are we doing 16? Are we really going to do 16-bit for like phone photos? I mean, if you send stuff to the printer, they only take things in sRGB. They don't even take things in Adobe RGB now, I think. A lot of it, before you had to, you know, downsample to CMYK and then check your colors. But now they all the printers print directly from sRGB. All the digital printers. All the stuff that you would send to like, whatever, I don't know. Or do you know different? If you know different, let me know. Alright, let's process this one out. Actually, let me just check this one, see if there's any other photos of the kids running around behind them going nutty. There it was. This one. That's the one. That's the one. Da 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 dee da dee da 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 dee dee da. I guess you're wondering where I've been. I want to let you know I'm here for you. I can't let go. sRGB the way to go. Yep. I know. I mean, when you first process it out, you want to keep as much info as possible, but really, once I start retouching, I've already corrected for my highlights and shadows, so I don't need the 16. I don't need the 16 bit rate, you know. Da dee da 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 dee da da dee da dee da dee da 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 dee da. I guess you're wondering where I've been. I found love again. To let you know I don't want you. I can't let go. Da dee da da dee. Da dee da 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 dee. Da 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 da. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. Da 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 dee. Alright, so I love using the masking tool as a mask for brushes. Basically, I selected the person here, and then I'm just brushing in the right up to the edge of it. Now that I have my selection made, I can just kind of not worry about it and just brush right into it. And then you can see there's a tiny halo here, and which I'll fix. I'll come in here and fix that halo. Come and fix that halo. Come and fix that halo. And in fact, I'm gonna cheat by just using the fill in. the remove healing thing. Okay. And then one other thing was the skirt made a weird bunching back here. That one does not belong. Get rid of that. Okay. So I'm wondering if I can then make this bigger. No. All right. So the entire image has to get trimmed down like this. And then what I want to do is nice. Okay, perfect. That's cute. Okay, that's cute. And then, all right, fix her butt, which means going to the liquefy mode. So I'm gonna do a what's it called? A copy down, flatten down layer, and then go to my liquefy tool. For liquefy, I like to have my pressure and density down to about 20, and then that way I can kind of do things slowly. It doesn't make big moves, basically. All right, let's get the silhouette correct, and then we can work on other stuff. Okay, get that silhouette there, and then we can clean up the inside. Anything else to clean up in terms of silhouette? Not really. Everybody looks good otherwise. Okie dokes. And let's do another layer on top. And we'll just go and get rid of some of these wrinkles back here. Guess you're wondering where I've been. Find the love within. Let you know. Got a thing for you. Oh, Kevin, you can join the voice disc on Discord, I think. On the AMA hangout. See if that works. It's in the Quo Photography Discord in the description for the live video. I wonder if you can. Let me see. Does that work? Let me check that link. All right. How's that for a butt? I don't know. Some of it is okay. All right, let's try one more time.
Yo.
Let's do one at a time. Yo, what's up, Kevin? It works.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Are you retouching?
Yeah,
Like a madman?
like a madman.
Never ends. Never ends for the pixel pusher.
Can you can drop some in the show you some work in progress right now.
Oh yeah.
Actually, let's see. Chabot Library.
To where? Or do you want to upload
that?
it? Should I create
Oh
another?
no, I can send it in our little Discord right here.
Yeah. Should I create a channel for it? For like show your work, share your work.
Oh, you can.
A text channel.
Photo channel.
How do I do
Or,
that?
yeah.
Information.
Text channel, photo channel, same thing. I think.
Oh, okay. So, create a new one called Share Your Work. Oh yeah, cool. I wanted to create like a thing on Discord where, you know, sometimes you go to a Discord and then it goes like, you know, here are like 5 suggestions of what to do next. Have you seen people
Oh yeah.
do that?
It's like a little scavenger hunt.
Well, it's like, you know, 1, you know, subscribe to my YouTube. 2, like post some whatever you're working on recently. 3, like post a meme. 4, you know, join a live chat or whatever. Like it's like things for people to
Oh,
do.
you do that? Oh, like gamifying shit.
Yeah, gamifying. Cause like, what was I joined a server, this one called Decon's Hangout. And when you first get there, there's this thing called like goals. There's like goals, you can unlock things, exclusive, you know, it tells you what you get for meeting the goals. Also, you can subscribe. There's where was it? There was. Maybe it's not here now. But they just made the Discord server really kind of rich in content.
Yeah, man, you gotta develop your system.
And then this guy like also does sports stuff. So people go to when they watch him, they also like look at sports stats. Oh, I see. They put emojis in front to sort of help you understand what's what. share your work. So how do I add an emoji? What photo? What should we use to represent portfolio? Live now. What would be like video objects? What could we use to represent live now? A red dot. These things, these icons are so funny because I don't even think anybody knows what they are anymore. Like, what the hell is one of these things? No, nobody knows that. Nobody knows what that is. I guess you're wondering where I've been. Trying to find it in. That you know, got a thing for you, and I can't let go. But do. All right, I'm back.
Yep.
Love it. Okay, let's do a little adjusting of brightness of the background here. Go to luminosity so we don't affect the colors. I'll just darken there. We'll brighten our main characters just a little bit. Add a tiny bit of contrast to that. That's it. Alright, save that, close it, and let's go back to looking at which ones we need to do here. So we got one, and this is not the one, and we have, yeah, this one. We have this one, this one, and this one. So let's see if we just look at the green with 2 stars. We have 6 images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's work on these 2 real quick. Let's work on these ones real quick. Let's get this out by 11. Okay, awesome photo. Just want to clean up the surrounding a bit. Amazing. Okay. Trash.
So have you been safe in in Oakland?
Safe? Yeah. I mean,
No crazy things happen. Car broken into or anything? Or...
oh yeah, I mean, like, I got a license plate stolen. That's not a big deal,
Oh, that's
though.
not that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact that they just do it right in front of your house, you know, they're just parked there, they're just doing their thing, and then if you walk, you know, you walk out and they run away. But lots of people getting their catalytic converters stolen, but that's not new.
Oh yeah.
Dude, have you been following, like, politics and stuff?
I try not to, but I mean, it's all crazy. I mean, even down to the mayor, shit that's happened with the mayor and everything.
Why? Oh yeah, Chantal getting
recalled
and all the shit that she's done,
Mm-hmm.
all the corruption.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's like, You know how Trump was like liberal run cities? He like
How
had that
what?
phrase. He had a phrase. It was like these liberal run cities. You know how
Oh
like
yeah, like
and
Chicago and
well, San Francisco mostly, right? And then at first I listened to that. I was like, like what is this guy talking about? Like nonsense. Like bullshit. And now I kind of look at it. I'm like, oh crap. Like I see what they're saying. It's just like it's not a two-party system here, so there's no accountability to getting things done. So basically, there's only one party, the party of empty promises, right? And then the party of execution, of actually executing, isn't here. We don't have that here represented here. You know what I mean? Like the
yeah.
Republicans who are like, I don't, they're like, well, they're more pragmatic. They just want to get things done. Well, we don't have that here. We just have people making promises. We just have the liberals who are like, they want stuff to be better, for like idealized stuff to be better. But because there's no Republicans going, well, if you're going to make these promises, you better make them work, because if you don't, you're out of office. They don't have that, They have somebody else competing going, I'm going to make a bigger empty promise, right? I'm going to give black people, every black person, $20,000.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to fulfill that promise? And then the next person comes and goes, I'm going to give them all $30,000. It's like, well, and then if there's a two-party system, then one side will be like, okay, well, you said this. Did you actually do it? And it's like, no. Okay, well, then my turn. But we don't have that.
Well, I mean, what happened to Pamela Price? Did she get recalled?
I don't know. Who's Pamela? Tell me about that. Who's that?
You don't know who Pamela Price is? The district attorney
Oh, the DA.
for Alameda County?
What?
Yeah.
What? How? Is she at
Wasn't
least
she
better
on
than
the-
Kamala? Because Kamala fucking sucked as a DA for
Well,
Alameda.
Kamala was locking people up. Pamela Price is letting people go.
Oh, well, I don't know how many people Kamala locked up, but she was DA for something like 10 years in Alameda and 11 more years in San Francisco. And the number of cases that on record that she prosecuted, what do you think the number would be for 11-year DA? Sorry, 21 years as a DA.
No idea. I don't even know what's
I mean, let's just say if it's a case a year, right? A case a year would be 21 cases.
I don't know, probably like, she probably did it like in the thousands or something?
On record, 10.
Kamala?
Yeah, 8 in Alameda, 2 in SF. She collected 2 salaries when she was in SF. She had 2 jobs, collected 2 salaries, and as a DA only brought forth 2 cases, or had 2 cases be completed in its whatever.
What was it? I thought everyone was talking about how she
Thousands, hundreds,
locked up
and
a lot
then
of
when
people
they were
for,
and then finally when they drill
offenses.
down to it, they try to nail her on that number, and they're like, well, by our record it shows this, so you say thousands, then you change it to hundreds. How many did you prosecute? And she said, well, over 50. And then when I looked it up, she had 8 on record for Alameda and 2 on record for San Francisco.
What?
Yeah. She had 2 salaries in San Francisco. She had 2 lawyer salaries working for San Francisco. I don't know what the second job was, but
That's crazy.
the worst DA any county has ever had. For San Francisco, for 11 years, you prosecute 2 cases. That's like the worst
That
record.
doesn't even sound right.
It doesn't sound right? Here, I'm gonna ask. Let's do a little deep dive while we're here. Available information suggests that she personally tried fewer than 30 cases. I don't know what that means. And Alameda tried approximately 5 to 10 felony cases and 2 more in SF. So I see. So what they were saying is for the felony cases, but she did a lot of misdemeanors. More than 30. But under 10 for two felonies for San Francisco and 5 to 10 felonies for Alameda.
Is that
You know when she first registered to vote? How old she was?
no?
29.
Huh.
The first time she registered to vote.
That's insane.
You know where she grew up?
Oakland.
Canada.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, she was born in Oakland or something?
Yeah. She was born in Quebec. So she went to school in Quebec, Canada. They moved to Montreal when she was 12. And then returned to the United States for college. Did not vote till she was 29, when she was dating Willie Brown. She started dating Willie Brown. She registered to vote. She had already been DA at Alameda for 10 years. Or no, not 10 years. I'm sorry. So she graduated and then went to work. So probably she was DA for 6-7 years at that time. Crazy. Why didn't they tell us that? Picked a random person who has no history.
There's a lot of crazy parts about it.
You want to know how she got that VP pick? She slept with Willie Brown to go from Alameda to San Francisco, got 2 paychecks for the time spent as one, did 0 felony prosecutions, only 2, spent 11 years there, and then had a tight relationship where she said in Vanity Fair that she would talk at least once, if not multiple times, on the phone with Beau Biden, which is Joe Biden's deceased son. And at the time she wasn't married, but he was. But at that time, because of the Hunter Biden laptop leak, now we know that Hunter was sleeping with Beau's wife.
What?
Hunter was cheating with his brother's wife. And then
This is crazy.
Kamala was talking to, on record, she said to Vanity Fair, she talks to Beau. They have a very close relationship. She talks to Beau once, if not multiple times a day. This is when Beau died, and there's like a memorial article, and Kamala said this. And I'm just thinking, I don't know who slept with who and what evidence is there, but I certainly do not talk to any of my boyfriends, let alone girlfriends, one or multiple times a day when I'm married. I'm still whatever. I mean, that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That's insane. So then once Beau dies, and then she runs for Biden runs for president, Biden picks Kamala. Anyway.
That's where do you find out about this stuff?
I had questions and I started researching. Yeah.
Brandon from the hot tub is going to call you in just a minute. Can you answer your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He's ready to call.
Alright, I'm gonna get a phone call here in a second.
Alright. No worries.
The I listened. There was an interview with a gal who was at the San Francisco DA office, and I think she's kind of bitter because she saw Kamala come in and just sweep the whole thing because she was good looking and she partied. And if you look back on 7x7 magazine and San Francisco magazine and like, the San Francisco politics is more like a fashion show, you know. So you see Kamala start to appear in that time frame with everybody, and they're all going to events together. And the biggest event holder in California for political stuff, and they don't call it political stuff, it's more like weddings and other sorts of parties and get-togethers, but it's the Gettys. The Gettys are the richest family, probably one of the oldest rich families in California, and they got rich in the 60s, 50s, 60s through like oil speculating. And so their kids then like built a ginormous museum down in LA along the 405 overlooking everything, and that's kind of their gift back to California because they made so much money that they built this ginormous museum and it's open to the public for free. And so that's kind of like their legacy project. But in addition, they hold lots of parties for these politicians. So like when people get married, like Newsom, Pelosi, Kamala, Willie Brown, like all these big political people show up at these gatherings for the Getty family. And so it's just like kind of like a group of old money and politics and stuff like that like
power and privilege.
Kinda. And because California is so one party that they kind of can't get stuff done. Do you want to know some immigration statistics for California?
Sure.
So the number of illegal, not legal, not through the regular channels, right? Illegal, meaning crossed the border, got caught, brought to some detention center, given a court date, and then released into the country. By that count, it's 2 million per year in the last 4 years.
2 million per year.
Yeah, just California alone. So it's about 8 million illegal, undocumented work people in California, let in by the Red Cross and Border Patrol, because that's their that was their current policy. Because of the diversity, equity, inclusion, they thought that it was discriminatory to ask anything about the person's past, so they don't. And so you can have a criminal record, be a rapist, be a drug trafficker, whatever, they don't ask. And they give you a court date for 15 months out, and then they give you this app to download, and you download the app, and it's like a Uber for airplane, trains, cars, buses, everything. And so wherever you want to go, it'll tell you how to get there, and it'll provide you the transportation to do so. So in California alone, it was about 8 million in the last 4 years, and the population of California is under 40 million. So 8 million is more than 20%.
How much percentage?
More than 20.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. It's hard to imagine that.
California is a no voter ID state. If you go to the California like whatever secretary site, like .gov site, and look up what do I need to bring for voting, it says in most cases you don't need an ID. And so
crazy.
obviously it's like, okay, well, voter fraud is like you have to verify that each vote is from one person, and you have to verify all this stuff before you count it. But if you don't require ID and it's mostly mail-in, I don't know how that works, but I think it opens up possibility of fraud.
Well, of course. No doubt.
I don't think any one single person is going to go vote twice. But you can have, you know, 1 million votes mail in, right? Like that somehow just appears out of nowhere. I don't know. I have no idea how that works. It didn't seem like any election meddling had any effect on this particular election.
Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know, man. You're jumping into deep.
Dude, I fucking jumped into the deep fucking end, dude. Cause everything that they said, cause I don't know if you voted, but it's like it was a done deal. Like we filled in our mail-in ballot early, we got that all done. It was like I don't need to hear any debates. I'm not voting a criminal in,
Yeah.
And then once we did that, then I was just kind of listening to different things. Kamala went on Fox News. I was like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. I want to see Fox News get destroyed. And that's not how it went. The way that it went was Kamala couldn't get 2 sentences out, and when she did, she just basically went to ad hominem attacks, which, is one of the first logical fallacies. And then she didn't have any facts to back it up. And then on top of which, in the end, she was so flustered. She said, look, our immigration policy is very clear. It's on my site. You can go read it. After 20 minutes of not being able to answer and obfuscating and and that was her answer. And then she spent 10 more minutes saying how the other side is criminals and they're idiots and anybody who votes for them are ignorant, or racist or whatever, or misogynist. And I was just like, wait, what? That's not an argument. So then that was the first time I went to go look up some news on my own. And I was like, what? And then I wrote down a list of all the things that they said about Trump, and I went to investigate each one. Boy, it's disappointing. Fucking January 6th was a hoax. The fact that Biden and Kamala and Hillary and Obama and all these people were pushing this narrative of a Russian hoax, working in collaboration with Trump to create a election disturbance, that was actually false. They found out that was a lie by the Democrats. That was a huge lie.
A lot of crazy shit.
That was a huge lie, and it's actually in the government. All the stuff I'm looking at, I always try and go to the Senate.gov or House.gov and read the actual report. They just released a 500-page report, an oversight committee by House on House.gov, and it basically said that the way we handled COVID was really stupid and unscientific. And I was like, what? And they said, yeah, masks are shown to not really work. Social distancing has never been proven to work. The vaccines have been pulled off the shelves because they're now further testing have shown that they're actually quite dangerous for old people and young people. So the vaccines have been pulled that we've had. I don't know if you had it. I had it. But they're pulled now.
Of course.
So what the fuck?
It couldn't work without that shit.
Huh?
I said it couldn't work without that shit.
I know, right? So that was the thing. That's another thing is wait a minute. You made everybody take it, and you said you couldn't work without it, and yet it was unsafe.
Well, I thought I was just doing my part, shit.
I know, we all thought. We're like, what are you, anti-vaxxer? Fucking, you don't believe in science? Stupid. But in hindsight, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
The government kind of let us down. And they kept lying about the fact that it's not from Wuhan.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking from the fucking lab with the name of the thing on it. And then the U.S. they in that 500-page report they basically outlined how the U.S. was funding a gang of function research in collaboration with the Wuhan lab. and then they fucked it up, and all the signatures within the COVID virus says that it's a man-made one. It's nothing that exists in nature. So it's like all that shit about bats, and it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
They fucking fucked up. And then they figured out that the mask mandate and the social distancing and the quarantine mandate killed way more people than COVID ever did. Like, not getting vitamin D and having indoor air sickness was huge.
Yeah.
Not having socialization, like, created, like, domestic violence, created, like, suicides, created, you know. And we're still not going to know, like, the true fallout.
Left a mark on all of humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy the reality we live in now.
Yeah. I stopped looking at all that shit now. I took about like a month to just research every fucking thing.
Asking ChatGPT everything.
There's that. That's a start, and then you have to do your own. You have to like keep going, right? Like Chat gives you the overview, and then you have to then go and search out the articles and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, ChatGPT is pretty cool, and then I also really like using Grok. You know Grok?
Oh, I don't use Grok.
Grok is like...
A for X? No way.
Yeah. X is now my like... Now my like fact checking.
I mean, Chat, you can't beat OpenAI though. Their shit's way too fucking good.
Oh, I don't know. Grok will search the web and search through you know, the Twitter feeds, and then people post stuff, and so like, and then on Twitter there's built-in fact checking, so you can actually fact check stuff on
that Twitter can become a problem too, man.
I think
Shit.
what's your takeaway on that? Because like, you feel like it's an issue? Yeah.
I don't know. It's just another platform that's, you know, trying to fucking take up all your time and your eyeballs and shit.
Oh yeah, there's that.
You know.
You have to use it as a tool. I think people who
Start swiping up on those videos and then,
dude, and then fucking someone gets snuffed.
Yeah.
You just like accidentally watch people die. That's fucked up. But there's trigger warnings now. You know, you don't have. There's like, don't scroll down if you don't want to see this shit. I think you have to be wary of it. Of course, I spend very little time scrolling the feeds. More time just asking Grok stuff, because then it
There's
opens
a lot
up.
of mindless shit too. Just
Dude,
complete just
it's
garbage.
so much garbage.
But then you'll find some golden nuggets in there that's like either completely hilarious or super like informative.
Yeah.
Like, I get like a lot of AI news and stuff like that and tech stuff.
Yeah. It is an echo chamber. I do get sick of it, but for the most part,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a better source because it's not censored, and then you can kind of look for stuff. I figured out that when I was researching this stuff, it really matters like where you look, because you can't just search on Google. You have to also search on other platforms that are not biased, because now Google's fucking biased. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Google, Facebook, YouTube are biased, and so when someone was like, because I've been following Joe Rogan for a while, and when Rogan was like, "Oh, interview for Trump," and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm watching that." So I watched it immediately, and then I sent it to like people, and then they couldn't find it. I was like, "Wait, what? How come you can't find it? It's on YouTube." And then I'm like, "Nope, you can't find it." Huh?
Shadow ban or
Yeah,
something
shadow
like
ban.
that?
Yeah, and I had to send him the link directly, otherwise he couldn't find it. And then And then yeah, that's crazy. And then there's stuff that I would try and look up, and you wouldn't be able to find it on, like, the suggestions that it would give you would be kind of in a way already swayed, you know?
Yeah.
And then you go to try and like find out the other side and you can't. Like it's like 2 or 3 pages down.
Yeah. Mainstream media is one. It's another rabbit hole. Shit.
Yeah. But my takeaway is like live feed is the new way to market.
Or like independent media. There's
Yeah.
one dude. He's like from New York, and he always does these. It's all about like immigration and crime in New York and shit.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen it? It's like
No.
this white dude. Really, it's really. Let me see if I can find him. Cash Jordan. There you go.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Oh man, like how do I share this link? I'll send it to you in Discord.
Yeah, I found like so many cool people. Like Dr. Phil is still doing stuff. I really like listening to him. He went down to the border and was there for like, doing research in several months, trying to help and stuff. And the stuff that he saw and he like talks about, so interesting. And then he interviews Trump for an hour and then gets a panel of therapists and psychologists, and they review the interview, and they talk like another hour about who Trump is and what he is, and they pathologize him, and it's brilliant. And then he was on, Russell Brand, that crazy ass British comedian with the weird hair. He now has his own thing too, and he's gone totally conservative, which is really strange because he's like still not, he's still like very into spirituality, Buddhism, like into like that kind of stuff, and he was right up there with the virtue signalers. I thought he was doing all sorts of stuff like visiting Dalai Lama and doing all these things to kind of like showcase how woke he is. But now his podcast is totally the other way, which is so fascinating. And then also, what's his name? All these people, like Rogan, used to be Democrat,
Yeah. Yeah, I think the left has gotten a little radical.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess when you're younger, I think it's like people say this, like your political affiliation has more to do with age.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more you're like, well, we tried those liberal things, lots of it didn't work, and my safety and well-being is still being impinged upon. So
Yeah, Tucker Carlson was
oh yeah, Tucker.
was a Democrat.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
Because Tucker is like the most hated by. Because wasn't he on he was on Fox News, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all over X now.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've actually really love listening to Tucker. I don't know if I'm gonna get shadow banned here on YouTube for saying that. Tucker, and then the thing was, what got me was I went to go listen to an interview with JD Vance, and I didn't know who JD Vance was, and then I realized, oh wait, he wrote that book, Hillbilly Elegy, and I read that book, and after I reading that book, I was that book was big deal, I really thought that it had amazing things to say, and it was JD Vance's book. I was like, oh crap, that's that guy. And I started listening to him, and JD knows his shit inside and out, and he's an amazing debater. He keeps his cool, and he will calmly dismantle the interviewer's sort of idealist, moralistic questions to try and knock him off, and then he'll politely go through why these fallacies don't work, and then he'll, the last part of the interview, he'll just go to Fact Town and just, I freaking love that guy. That guy I've never heard anybody be able to, I don't know, he's incredibly articulate and very knowledgeable. Served in the Marines, grew up dealing with his family and drug problems, and anyway, whatever. This sounds like a political commentary show now. I gotta stop.
Yeah, at least not put it on broadcasted for the world, right?
What? This thing?
Your political
oh yeah.
beliefs.
Yeah, you get canceled here, dude. On Facebook, I think I posted something, and then a bunch of people got really angry in my comment section, and I said something, and then they got way crazy, and one of them even ended up because and then I deleted the post, and then she found me, slid in my DMs to rip me a new one, wrote a freaking book of fucking 3-page essay on how I'm a coward. I'm like, oh,
take the whole fucking
wow.
afternoon off for your ass, boy.
And they got on me because I used the word y'all.
No way. What?
Yeah. And they're like, what do you mean y'all? And then they just went to town.
What's wrong with y'all? Is that appropriation, or?
I guess now it's appropriation.
Who are you appropriating? The Southern?
There was 2 black women, 2 big black women. And unfortunately, one of them turned out to be a bit of a bully.
Who are these people?
People in the neighborhood.
On X?
No, in the neighborhood here, living
in
here.
The neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Really? Y'all just chill out.
Damn. I'm pretty sure you can say y'all, man.
Dude. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a few people got bent out of shape.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's why I just don't talk to people, man.
Oh, Jesus. That's not good either, I don't think. I think...
Mind your own fucking
Huh?
business. Mind your own business.
That's the problem, though. That's that's part of the... I don't know. I think that's part of the... That's part of the problem, right?
Oh, God.
We're so... I think that's the problem that this particular ideology kind of brings about, which is people are afraid to say anything to anybody because they think they're gonna offend someone, right? But it's like
Yeah,
you
of
have to
course.
be able to have conversations, and then you have to be able to risk offending someone. And then if you do offend someone, you have to be, courteous enough to know that and do, and to do something about it, right?
Yeah.
And all of that takes practice. None of it comes from not doing it. All of it comes from doing it and having practice.
Yeah, man. Keep practicing, bro. You'll get there.
All right, this is done. I said I was gonna be done by 11. It's 11:14. That's not too bad. And just gonna make this scale sRGB scale. There's a file size.
How was shooting Curry's house, man? That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's good.
Luxurious.
I feel like, a lot of these people don't have taste. The house was not nice.
Yeah.
No. It was
It's
like,
memorable.
it was tacky.
It's in the Oakland Hills, though, right?
Lafayette. Lafayette, I think.
Oh,
Or no, or like Danville, Alamo.
I think Katie lives.
Livorna Street.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Who's the designer or architect or whatever? How'd you?
It was a real estate sale.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, okay. How much did it sell for? Like
Probably
7 million?
like, yeah, 7 mil, something like that. The thing is, like, I think these people that, especially like Curry, they spend so much time like practicing and on the road and all this stuff. Really, it's not his home, right? Really, like, he lives in one room and maybe he's watched 2 ball games in there, but it's his wife's house.
Yeah, pretty much. Of course.
And she had a
Yeah,
cooking show there, and she had a garden there, and she had dogs there, and she had a dog run there, and so it was like the wife's entertaining space, basically.
Yeah. As it should be.
Right. As it should be. The whole point of being a baller. Keep your wife happy.
Got like a couple restaurants, couple cafes.
Oh, sorry, I missed that call. I gotta call this person back. My phone doesn't ring.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 70722744332 is not available.
Alright, what was I doing? Alright, let's send this preview. Student row. What's up? There we go. Hmm? Da 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 da. Da da da. Photos from Gee, Tucky. What do you want to do, Tucky Tucky? What do you want to do, Tucky Tucky? You had your breakfast. Oh, you want a bone? Or you want to go for a walkie? Let's get you a bone. Ain't that what Tucky? It's my little Tucky bear. Up there. Oh, Tucky bear. So happy. So happy to have a little chewy bone. So good, chewy bone. am running out of steam. I am not wanting to work anymore today.
Alright, you got a day off, buddy.
I want to get this done so I can start working on my rig. I got a bunch of stuff to do on the sim rig.
What, you ordered some more stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna build a roll cage.
What the fuck? A roll cage?
A roll cage, so I can like climb in and out. Yeah, I have like bars on top that I can use to climb in and out.
Man, you're running out of things to like upgrade now.
Well, because basically most people do a little roof on top, so that it looks more like when you're doing POV, it looks more realistic.
Okay.
So the roll cage allows me to put a roof on top, but it also allows me to mount speakers behind my ears, allows me to mount fans, allows me to mount lights. So having a cage is more than just, having a cage. It's a handhold to get in and out, so you don't have to ruin the seat, the fabric of the seat, by always getting out by like holding the fabric of the seat, which will cause it to tear over time.
So, how do you order this? Or do you make this yourself?
I went to the hardware store, bought a bunch of
PVC pipe?
well, no. I wanted it to be heavy enough that you can hold on to it and like hang on off of it. 200 pounds. Someone with 200 pounds should be able to hang on to it and get in and out of the car.
So that's like one of those fence.
Well, I'm just
those,
using
like,
like
chain
steel,
link
like
fence?
1 inch thick steel tubing, galvanized tubing.
1 inch. It's gotta be some strong shit though.
It's strong.
Reinforced.
It's like $200 worth of tubing. It's like 1 inch thick steel tubing. It's for like gas lines and stuff.
Not like that copper shit, right?
No. Thick and black and long.
Nice.
Copy clipboard. Oh, no, undo that.
Wait, so you already ordered it, or you gotta go to the hardware store?
I went last night. It's ready to go.
Are there like tutorials, or are you just doing this shit on your kind of?
The roll cage, I'm just kind of making it up. I hope I bought the right size pipes too. It might all be wrong, and I have to go back to the store.
Are you gonna be? How do you bend that shit though?
You don't need to bend it. It's just straight. Straight tubes.
Okay. Do like a little time lapse or something.
All right, down to inbox 2. And really, it's only inbox 1. But as enough for one day. I am done working. How much more you got?
About halfway there or something.
Yeah. I'm not made to sit still, dude. Like, some people are made to sit still.
No, I feel you. Trust me, I take my breaks, man. I gotta take those.
What do you do? You go for a walk, or you just
I don't know, go on
do something?
X and debate with people about politics and look at rivals.
All right, I'm gonna sign off here. No more live
All right,
feed.
man.
Bye,
Yeah,
everybody.
Take care.
Hmm?
Have a good one, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably jump back. Well, I guess I'll meet. I think I'm gonna jump back on Sim Racing Dad, and do like just a live recording of fixing the rig. It'll be like 4 hours of content.
Sounds good, man.
All
I'll
right.
probably catch you later.
Okay.